Welcome to your Saturday edition of Inside the Show. I'm Justin Allegri. Looking first at the American League East, James Paxton was victorious for the 5th time this season, helping the Pinstripes pass the Blue Jays 8-4. He is among the AL leaders in wins. Lance Lynn pitched his way to his 100th career victory, leading Texas to a victory over the Red Sox 5-2. Luis Robert was hot at the plate, collecting 3 hits in the game as the White Sox claimed victory over the Orioles 5-4. The Rays put up 16 hits on the day as they defeated the A's in Oakland 10-4. Kevin Gausman got win number 1 on the year as San Francisco took care of the Indians 2-1. The Royals had 12 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Tigers 7-6. Ty Buttrey grabbed his 2nd win of the year as the Angels got the win over Minnesota 4-3. The Seattle Mariners pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they got the home victory against the Astros 4-3. The Pittsburgh Pirates combined to give up just 5 hits as they took down the Fish in Miami 5-3. The Washington Nationals allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they grabbed the win against the visiting Reds 2-1. The New York Mets sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Braves in walk-off fashion 11-8. That now makes 8 straight wins for the team. The Colorado Rockies combined to allow only 4 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park 6-1. The Brewers knocked out 12 hits as a team as they got the best of the visiting Redbirds 4-3. The Chicago Cubs had 12 hits as a team as they got a road win against Arizona 11-0. They now have 5 straight wins. The Dodgers held the opposition at bay with only 4 hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 6-2. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Yanks look to match the longest winning streak in baseball history. Coming up next. Tanner Roark is on the mound for Game 2. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Digging in now, Gio Urshela. He will lead this one off today. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon. They've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty B. Hey, Dero, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Didn't look to me like that was much of a protect swing with 2 strikes.
No, he was trying to go yard, 2 strikes or not. Kind of looks bad if you strike out like he did, though. I'm sure his manager would have liked for him to focus on getting on base.
Stepping in now, Clint Frazier. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. That average for him up in the 360s now. 8 home runs and 14 driven in. And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. high and deep to left center field. McKinney going back. Legs churning. He's headed for second, but that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
Man, that's always tough. He was a strike away from striking out 2 in a row, but he got a little careless and caught too much of the plate there. It gets ripped for a one-out extra base hit, and he's got some work to do now to get out of this one.
Into the box now, Hoy Park, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Frazier leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Line drive to center field, and that's in there. Base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributed, makes for a fun clubhouse.
In now, Luke Voigt. Pitch out. Nothing doing. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. The 1-1. Ground ball left side. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. And now 3 consecutive hits here in the top of inning number 1. And these hometown fans are starting to wonder what's happening out there. So digging in now, Aaron Judge. And the Yanks trying to make this first inning even sweeter here. He's set. Here it comes. His career line against Roark up until this point. He's gone 2 for 5. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. High and deep to right center. McKinney going back. But he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
You don't think being a starting pitcher in this league will test your resolve? He's already given up more runs in the first inning in this one than he did his entire last start. That's the kind of roller coaster ride that will make you a little crazy. But that's kind of how baseball works sometimes.
Set to go now, Giancarlo Stanton. And he's swinging a pretty hot bat coming in. Hits in each of his last 7 games. Here comes the first pitch.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
Still only 1 out in the inning. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Looking up McKinney. Gone! A 3-run home run for Giancarlo Stanton. Number 23 for him thus far. And that'll stake the Yankees to a 5-0 lead now.
Well, he hit a homer last night, too, so it's obvious that he's in a groove right now. My advice to this staff, don't give him anything he can extend his arms on. You do, and he's going to make you pay for it, just like he did.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
As a manager, when you see a guy struggling like this in the first inning, your mind starts racing, trying to figure out about how long you're going to go with this guy and how many guys you might end up having to use out of your bullpen just to get through this thing. Not a good spot to be in.
And the Bombers have it going here, as this is also good for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with one away.
You know, D-Row, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. I can't be. You're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
Here comes a Toronto skipper out toward the pitcher's mound. And he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart most likely to a chorus of boos here, as he just didn't have it today, as he leaves without being able to finish an inning. Matt Shoemaker comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one, as he enters this one with an absurdly high batting average. Definitely one of the most dangerous hitters in the league these days. Line toward right center. And that'll get down out there near the wall. And he'll pull into second with one away.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Now at the plate, Gary Sanchez. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
From the stretch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Center fielder going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. Home run number 16 for him on the year, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly, just like that, and they take the lead.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. This, of course, his second appearance in the inning, as they've now batted around. A swing and a blast to center field. No doubt about this one. Back-to-back home runs, as that one's way out of here. So it's a solo shot to dead center, number 14 on the season, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now. I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. To the plate now, Clint Frazier. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Under it, VR, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, second baseman, Hoy Park.
With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, Matt, you know, the man-hitting cleanup has had a rough go of it lately. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I just didn't like the way he went about it. Looked like they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to put that behind him.
Standing in, Hoy Park. He reached on a single in his first try. Here's the pitch. Now here's the pitch. Lifted the other way to left center. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. The relay, but he is in there with a triple.
You take a look at this one as it flies into the gap. Both outfielders give it a chase, but they can't catch up to it. Next thing you know, it one hops the wall, and he's busting his hump around second on his way to third.
Into the box, Luke Voigt. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Bichette onto the grass. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. But not before they hang a 9 spot on him here to really open up this ball game. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Yankees lead it 9-0. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Wow, talk about a number that jumps out at you. This guy's whip, which is walks to hits to innings pitch, is less than 1 coming into this start. That's not an easy thing to do. That tells me one thing. Not only is his stuff good, but he wipes people out quick. This is a real good pitcher.
So striding in, Jonathan Villar. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year you get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Voigt waits on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the third baseman.
With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
Set to get his day started, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. first pitch on its way.
Ball one, no strike.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time. And it's fouled away. Ready with another 2-2. To short. And there are 2 away now.
Batting third, the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Settling in now, Bo Bichette. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Tanaka into his motion. Here comes the first pitch. And the pitch. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the third out. So they go down without a whimper here. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Yankees are out in front, 9-0. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down, because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Tries to drop one down here, but he misses. Strike 2.
Yep. 0-2.
Hit the wrong button.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning. So a line drive single to center makes it 2 hits for him this afternoon. And there you see the Yankees leaderboard as he finds himself second in that category. Giancarlo Stanton now. Giancarlo swings, and this ball is hit well into left field. And it's gone. A long 2-run homer off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton. His second home run of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, Dero, what do you make of all this?
Matty V, Dero, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. fourth round tripper of the game so far.
They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happened.
Ross Stripling enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. Here's Miguel Andujar now. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. Standing in now, Torres, as he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. Torres is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat.
Yeah, this guy absolutely does not discriminate, and you could close your eyes during batting practice and know exactly who's hitting the baseball in the cage. Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
At the plate now, Gary Sanchez, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. A swing by Sanchez, and this one soaring out into left field.
Into the second deck and gone.
So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, his second of the game, as this lead got even wider.
Bam. Bam.
Into the box now, Gio Urshela. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to shallow right field. In there, a base hit. So he's aboard with his second hit of the afternoon so far as we take a look at the league leaders in hitting. And as you can see there, he's currently in 5th place in that department in the AL race. In now, Clint Frazier, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Comes set with the 0-1. This is line to left. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Hoy Park.
Into the box now, Hoy Park. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Hey, the way this guy on the mound's been struggling to find the zone, I'm not mad at the guy taking a pitch.
Runners on first with 1 down. Into right field. That's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, these days don't happen often. You better dig yourself when you get 3 knocks in a big league Wago.
It's hard to have 3 hits in one day, but boy, this guy is off to a great start in this one.
To the plate now, Luke Voigt, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. 0-1. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. And that one had some extra distance. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. 34 home runs now on the year as the blowout continues. Jordan Romano is going to come on in relief now, and he may be asked to eat several innings as this game is just still really getting underway.
Romano.
Here's big Aaron Judge.
The right fielder, Aaron.
As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. The 1-0.
You'd never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at bat, starting right now.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Going back is the right fielder, and just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in a game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
A pause and the 0-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So now to the plate, Miguel Andujar, as he'll lift it up in the air. This is back behind second. VR is there to make the catch, and mercifully the side is finally retired. Big inning for him, though, as they bat around and score 8 times to open up this lead even further. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Yankees lead it 17-0. Teoscar Hernandez digging in now. He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
The windup and the 0-1. And it's 1-1. A bouncer up the middle. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
Batting 5th, the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel.
Digging in, Lourdes Gurriel. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball left outside.
Bases are empty. 1 man out.